Hey guys, and Dolls Alley here, and February was a doozy, was it not? I feel like I said that word a lot this month. Doozy. February was a lot, and I talked about a lot, I did a lot, I showed you guys a lot of stuff. And so, as I did in January, I'm going to put all of those videos together, all of those vlogs, into one really long vlog, and I'll see you guys at the end of it. Okay? So, enjoy my February. And I get, I distract myself and I try to get over it, but too long. Like I'll be okay for a couple days and then I don't know if I'm developing a phobia. It was okay. Besides like all the health stuff and just how sick it ended up. Hey guys, and Dolls Alley here. February. It's finally here. It's finally February. Honestly, January was the longest month, was it not? I honestly, I've never seen anything like it in my 38 years of life, and my birthday's in January. Go watch that birthday vlog if you haven't yet. I'll put it up somewhere here. It was kind of insane how long and how dreadful this January has been, with the helicopter in the plane that crashed. My heart goes out to everybody involved with that. That's so tragic. It puts a damper end on a very chaotic January, and I'm so ready. I've never been so ready for a month to be done. This is pretty much everything I have planned for the month for you guys. This month I plan on taking you to places that I like to go when it's cold out, not just in Harlem. If you haven't seen the Harlem vlog, watch that one as well. But also, I want to show you guys a little bit about what a week in my life actually looks like. What a productive week looks like. What I actually do. How I research for assignments. Projects that I'm up to. It is still on the colder side out, so I'm not outside yet as much as I want to be, but I'm getting glimpses of hope. And so I just kind of want to take you through what February looks like. I also really want to work on the YouTube channel. Somehow figure out a way to get my videos longer. I realize that maybe some of the videos that I've had so far aren't as long as you guys might like. I'm just studying and learning and understanding and trying to figure out my YouTube channel. We're gonna go take a look at my Notion calendar now, and we're gonna see all of my goals for February and things that I just wanna do. So let's go do that. So this here is my February monthly goals. I want to reach 300 subscribers. Funny enough, my initial goal for February was in the 200 range, but I've surpassed that. So I upped my goal to 300 to see if I could actually get there. I'm going to challenge myself to get there. I'm hoping that some of my video ideas actually get some more watch time there. I have 5 videos set, including a monthly recap, including this very vlog that you're looking at right now, and then 3 in between that I plan on making hopefully about 15 minutes each, 15 to 20 minutes each. I want to take you through a week in my life. I want to take you through a productive week in my life, which is mostly work, what I do for work, how I do it, how I research, things of that nature. And then I'm going to go a little more informative again, like I did with the Harlem blog. And I'm just going to talk about things I like to do when it's cold here in the city. I have footage and B-roll of a lot of these places, but I want to freshen them up. So we're going to go to a few places here. Double Dutch, the New York Public Library, which I need to go to anyway because I need to get a physical library card. I have a digital one right now, but I want to upgrade. And then this is my list of projects that I want to do, that I'm in the middle of, and that'll be my monthly reflection when I get there. But my February is light, stacked but not light, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm stacked but I'm not light. It's still pretty cold outside, and so I want to be able to get things done and do things for you guys and show you guys stuff and all that. But I get really bad in the cold. Like I complain a lot, and I just, the cold has just never been my thing, which is funny because I was born in the winter during a winter snowstorm of all things, and I still can't manage it. As much as I love my apartment, I also need to leave it. And so I think this YouTube channel is an opportunity for me to explore more coffee shops. I love ice cream. Let's go find some ice cream shops around New York City I might like. Let's explore different parts of the city that I don't go to normally because I'm always in my little Harlem bubble. It's an opportunity, this YouTube channel, to really just explore everything that New York has to offer me. And I'm gonna do it with friends. So you're gonna see a few of my friends on this vlog too. And I'll introduce you to a few people that are very eager to help me out with this project. This YouTube channel is one giant big project. So I appreciate the help and I can't wait. I'm so excited just thinking about it. So, I think we have my February in order, I hope. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and give it a comment. I love reading the comments, good or bad. Although I haven't really gotten many bad ones yet. But that's pretty much what my February is going to look like. And I hope that you come along for the ride. I hope that you have a fantastic month. Okay? Let us all have a fantastic month. Anything's better than January. Anything, anything, anything. I'm honestly trying to figure out how this became the longest week ever and how I ended up with so many plans. Guys and dolls, I am struggling this week. I've got a lot wrong with me health-wise, and it's all rearing its ugly head at the same time. So it's taking its toll on me, but I also have a lot to do this week, and yeah, it sucks. Oh, sucks so much. I'm trying to figure out life and trying to figure out things, and it's hard. Everything is hard right now. This is the first week in a while where I feel like I really am just like struggling. I can't figure out anything. As someone who is very much team planning, team organizing, team everything goes the way a certain way, there's so much trouble. But I'm getting through it. And maybe figure out dinner for the night, get ready for my day for tomorrow. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired.
In sin so long, all the feels are gone. Fella stopped me on the street last night, said everything's alright. Roller coaster, make it through the day upright. It seems your meal ticket is gone, but life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle of the street. Roller coaster, take me to a better time. Let's go! All sing your high line with the roller coaster of life. Yeah. It's time to all choose your timeline on the roller coaster of life. You seem to easily forget how to place your bet. When everyday life gets you down, you gotta steal the crown. Got to own it. Don't bitch and moan about it, please. God forbid you scrape your knees, and it's nothing to sneeze at. Oh, I've told you over and over again. You gotta get both hands around it and make your own plans. Roller coaster, it's taking over, it's about time.
guys and dolls, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. You got to see maybe one of the busiest weeks in my life ever. It's been a long time since I've had that much to do. So it's usually not so chaotic. It's usually not so much, I promise you. It's very rare when my life gets to have that much. Ooh, dropped you. Making espresso, and I opened up a cabinet and you guys fell. Sorry about that. So yeah, usually my life is not so chaotic. Oh. Hold on. Okay, that was really dramatic for like no reason. As the seasons change and it gets a little warmer out, you guys are definitely gonna see a lot more of me outside because I just like being out there. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will join me on the next video. If you like what you saw here today, please like and subscribe to the channel because that would be awesome. If you see this video and you liked it, share it and tell someone else about me, and make sure they subscribe to my channel too, and let's grow this little community even more. I love you guys. Bye. So good. So good. Hey guys and dolls, Allie here, and this week has been a lot so far, and it's not even like Tuesday. I have a lot of work to do, but in this vlog I'm gonna probably just take you through what a work week looks like rather than what my actual life looks like. I have a lot of assignments, a lot of projects, a lot of things I'm doing and I'm up to. Did stop and get coffee because it was free today. I'm filming this the day after the Super Bowl. Go Eagles. Screw anybody else who likes the Cheeto, because it be your own people. I swear my least favorite part is getting on the phone with people and having to explain the ideas I pick, why I pick certain things, why I decide to do this, why I decide to do that. And it's really, and I get it. It's because, you know, everybody has a bottom line and everybody has to make sure that they're getting their money's worth. But it's like, it really hinders the creative freedom sometimes when you want to do something so specific to what you think will work for them, and they just kind of shoot down thing after thing, and then you have to readjust and try again. But it's his life, and so, you know, these are people that are counting on me and trusting me, so I have to make sure that I can provide them with what they need. This week I do have one person who I'm getting some B-roll for. So I'm going to go to a few places in the city, but also take advantage of that by going to a few places of my own for a few vlogs that I want to get out this month and maybe next. Pro tip, always get more than what you think you need, and you'll end up using a lot of it for other things, trust me. Grab more than what you need. Promise you'll end up going, oh, I did take a video of that. I wonder if I could fit that in here, like 2 weeks later. And it is of no harm. Like, reuse your footage if you need to. I would just say space it out in between videos, and also with content like on IG and stuff like that. Repurpose your stuff, and you'll benefit from doing that, and you won't tire out or burn out as much. Yeah, I'm gonna go out so that I can get all this B-roll, get all this footage, and then upload it and see what I have. It's never a dull day, I'll tell you that. The freedom in being able to do what I want when I want to, and work as I please, worth it for me, very much so. I really gotta go now though. Last night was pretty fun. I had a lot of fun. I ended up having to go alone, unfortunately. So there's a lot of footage that I could have gotten that I had a hard time getting because I was alone.
So I had to ask a few people to help me with a couple things, but I got what I needed for the most part. Now I'm just editing and figuring out what I want to say on Instagram. That's usually just how it goes. I pick up these opportunities, and then I go and I do what I can. Now, my page usually is about authenticity. So what I like to do is I like to make sure that not everything is super perfect and super done up. It's kind of the way that I like to do these vlogs as well, where not everything here is perfect. I like that sometimes I mess up. I mean, I've shown you a few times already in several vlogs where I mess up. Being an influencer is essentially being a freelancer, and I don't want it to seem like my life is so different from others. It's actually quite more on the realistic side. You know, I don't make as much money as people think. I don't get as many opportunities as a lot of people think, and I go where I feel is right most times. Now what I'm gonna do is a whole lot of editing, because there's a whole lot of editing this very vlog, and editing all the stuff from last night's event. And today I was out and I ended up getting some footage at Grand Central Terminal for another person. Then I have to make sure all of that looks okay and then send that over too. So it's never a dull moment. I'm exhausted, guys. And tomorrow I still have one extra place to go to. Truly never ends. I'm about to have some really good dinner, but I wanted to end the vlog here. You guys have honestly seen so much of what I do. Oh, that's good. In essence, what I do as a freelancer is I work for myself. So I'm getting money from people to help them with their content, but I'm also creating content for myself. And I genuinely love what I do. I love that I'm able to have my own hours. I love that I'm able to just kind of set things on my terms. It's a challenging, fun job to have. Does it ever, do I ever wish that I would blow up even bigger or go viral or something like that? Once in a while I do. And then I remember that I don't need to be viral per se. I just always want the right people to come and find me, whether it be on YouTube or Instagram or if it's my blog. I love, when you guys go to my blog and you check out my shopping pages and you go to my affiliate links and you actually buy things because you trust me enough to buy things that I recommend. And that's what's important to me. The community is important to me. Building up a tribe is important to me. But that's in essence what I do every single week. I have a couple meetings. I figure out what kind of content I need to create for the week, and then I could just go out in the city and I do it. It's exhilarating. It's fun. It's fulfilling for me right now. Is this the thing that I want to do for the rest of my life? I don't know yet, but I know that, it's something that I like doing right now. That actually really is good. Like, really good. Guys and dolls, if you liked what you see, please like the video, comment on the video. I would love to talk to you guys. Tell me what it is that you do. Tell me if you've ever wanted to become an influencer or work in social media. Maybe I can give you some tips and some tricks there too. And subscribe to the channel, because it'd be lovely if I could get to 300 subscribers by the end of March. That's the goal. I'm trying to get to 300 awesome people who kind of want to see what I'm up to, because as I say in every video, it only goes up from here, and I feel like it's going up. I'll see you on the next one. The next one's fun. And yeah, I love you guys. Take care. Guys and dolls, Allie here, and today's a bit of a doozy, a little bit different. We're getting right to it, as you can see. Normally I don't really talk right away. I like to let you guys absorb the New York City environment first, but I figure since we've got a lot to cover in this particular video, that I just get started. As the title will tell you, we are going to be looking at a few things that you can do when it's cold outside in New York City. We usually get winters they're pretty all over the place. Sometimes there is a lot of snow one year. Sometimes there is a lack of snow. Sometimes we get some really interesting hot weather, springtime weather. Some of my favorite things that I like to do, we're gonna do in this video. Sometimes I like to be a tourist, so I'll do touristy things. Coffee. Okay, now that the noise is gone. I'm also going to take you to one of my favorite places in New York City, the New York Public Library. What I usually do is I'll go to the landmark, the one that everybody knows, on 42nd Street. And I'll go there. And fun fact for those of you who may not know, or if you're visiting New York City and you may not know this, you actually can't borrow anything at that particular location. There's an actual New York Public Library across the street from the famous Lions, and that's the location where you can actually physically give them your library card and go to town. This video is just pretty much all about some things I like to do around the city. Things that don't necessarily keep me in Harlem, but I like doing nonetheless. So let's start with Grand Central Terminal, and then we'll take you everywhere else. Enjoy, guys.
the New York Public Library, I actually picked up a couple of things because if you know me, I enter that gift shop and I have to buy something. I purchased Fran Lebowitz, the Fran Lebowitz reader. She's one of my favorite New Yorkers. She's one of my favorite people ever. Fran Lebowitz reader actually brings together 2 previous books that she's written. It brings together Metropolitan Life and Social Studies. So it's both of them in here in one. I've read Metropolitan Life. I haven't read the other one yet, so it's still newish to me. So it's sitting in the New York section in the New York Public Library gift shop. So if you want to grab books that are New York specific, she's going to be sitting right there. And then I got myself a tote bag. Now, if you know me, you know I love tote bags. And so this one in particular has pockets for books inside it and water bottles and stuff like that. But it's slouchy and long, which I love. I love a good slouchy long bag. I can't wait. I think I might switch out my bag and start using it now. And then I bought an enamel pin for my husband for Valentine's Day. He has it. I'll put a little picture of it up here. It's a little velociraptor with a book in its hand. And so I thought it was cute. He loves dinosaurs. And so I thought for Valentine's Day it'd be a cute little thing. I think he's carrying it on his jacket right now. I'm going to put this stuff away. In the meantime, check out this other location that I feel like you should see when it's cold outside in New York City. It'll be a little familiar. Check it out.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys and dolls, so what did you think of the video? What did you think of the places I like to go and see and explore and experience when it gets cold out in New York City? Did you like them? Are those things you would actually do if you're a New Yorker or not? Comment below and tell me some things you'd want to do when you're here in New York City while it's still cold. I personally can't wait for the spring. I'm so waiting for just better weather. I know I say it all the time and I sound like a broken record, but I am so much better at life when it's better outside. Which is funny because I'm a winter baby and you would think that I like the winter. No, I can't stand it. Yeah, guys and dolls, that was the video. Thank you for being here. If you have managed to get through all of this, thank you so much. I appreciate it fully. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment below. And let me know some of your favorite places in New York City that you like going to when it's cold. I would love that. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at It's Maybe Allie. And make sure you go visit the blog too. And I would love for you guys to visit the blog, read some of the pages there. I write a ton, usually about twice a week. You'll see a blog post up there. So definitely take a look because I write a lot about fashion and I write a lot about my travels and I think you guys would really like it. So if you are willing to, go ahead and check it out. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you. And I'll see you on the next one. This is so good. So good. Hey guys and dolls, Allie here, and I have a bit of a different video for you guys today. I had other plans and then I woke up and it was 20 degrees outside and it's going to stay relatively that way for the next few days. And so I thought maybe it was a good idea to really get into what I've been reading lately because as you may have seen in previous vlogs, I've been doing a lot of reading lately just to kind of enrich my mind a little bit and just fill it with beautiful stories and beautiful things, true and not true. And I wanted to get into the 5 books that I'm sort of reading, not all at the same time, but getting ready to read or are in the middle of reading. I'll tell you where I get my books. I'll also tell you where I like to read them, where I like to borrow from. You may have an idea of where I like to borrow from if you saw my last video. And just kind of get into what kind of books I read. It's just a little too cold, admittedly, for me to be outside right now, and I don't want to do that. So while I usually am city-based and I usually give you all the wonders of the city, sometimes I just have to stay inside. I'm a big fan of coffee table books. I love coffee table books. I love picture books, photo books, like The Sartorialist or Watching New York. I read. I like books that make me think about race and culture, and you know, like You Sound Like a White Girl. Jalissa wrote a fantastic book there. Memoirs and biographies. I love Olivia Munn's. I can't wait to get into one of them. Here is a memoir. I'll tell you about that. Pat Cleveland's memoir, Walking with the Muses. That was a great one too. Alexa Chung, That's another great book that I love. Short stories, long stories. Humans of New York is another one that I love. I need to buy the second one. There's a self-help book in there, here and there too. I consider Body Talk by Katie Sturino to be one of my favorite self-help books. Things that move me, about people that move me. People, interesting people, these dynamic people that aren't perfect, that aren't porcelain in any way. They're just beings. I'm a fan of people who are imperfect because I am imperfect. You get what you get with me on any given day, right? And that's what a lot of these people are for me. And that's why, like, seeing a book and seeing if it looks like it's by an interesting person and then going and buying it or borrowing it and reading it. I love to be buried in story. One of my favorite things. All right, so let's start with the first book, and you're gonna know it well. The first book is the infamous, is it Plano or Plano? Somebody from Texas, tell me in the comments, because I'm not too sure. Don't kill me. I'm a New Yorker. Anyway, this one is a play by Will Arbery. It's pretty much family dynamics up a notch, up like times 10, times 20. It takes place in Texas, and it's really just all the dysfunctional things that could happen in a family kind of seem to happen here. I'm not finished with it yet. As you may have seen in several vlogs already, it's infamous because I can't seem to find a way to just sit down for an hour and finish it. I keep either reading other things or I keep getting distracted with work or what have you. But I assure you, it's a really beautiful story. There's great dynamics between a lot of the characters. I do appreciate Anne a lot, and I appreciate Isabel a bit. I got this one at Concord, and I'll leave a link to where you can find every single one of these books. This is a play first and foremost, so this is what they call the acting edition. So this is what you would see an actor carrying around, somebody who's in the show who is learning their lines. And so it doesn't look traditional in any way. I love those. I have another book that I recently finished called Job, play I should say, that was like that as well. And I saw that one on Broadway. It was great. But that's another video for another time. Let's get to the second book. The next book I'm reading is Set My Heart on Fire by Izumi Suzuki. And this one, I like books that are relatable in a sense. I am a person who is quite a mess, for lack of a better word. And so sometimes I like to read about messy people because I feel like I relate to them more. And it's just about a 20-something who is kind of going through it. There's a lot of missteps. There's a lot of desire that is placed in the wrong places, in the wrong situations, the wrong people. Our main character is a young girl, and she just kind of goes through it with different people at various times. It's set in like the club bar scene in Tokyo, so there's that aspect as well of not being around the most savory people. This is sticking out. This here, I use different bookmarks for all my books, side note, and I just like to use photo strips sometimes. But this is a profound one, and I found a lot of depth and a lot of heart and a lot of soul in it, and so I appreciate a book like this. A love of music and
which is, why we end up at the bar club scene in Tokyo. And they're just kind of reading about a girl who is as messy as I am or can be, but doing it through the eyes of a different decade in a culture that I don't know too much about, having only been in Japan one time in my life. I spoke about this book in my previous vlog, so I might not go into too much detail, but the Fran Lebowitz reader brings together two of her most popular books, Metropolitan Life and Social Studies, into one. I did mention that I've read Metropolitan Life, I've not read Social Studies, so this particular book is still newish for me. I love Fran Lebowitz. She's one of my favorite New Yorkers. Metropolitan Life is one of my favorite reads, maybe ever. If you ever wanted to just get into the mind of someone who is so profoundly New York, like it's deeply embedded in her veins. She even says it herself, like she still lives in New York and she should not be allowed to live anywhere else. Like she's just not built for anywhere else ever. You're getting a couple of volumes in one, and so you also save a little money. This one I got at the New York Public Library gift shop. It's in the New York specific section, so if you are ever there and you want like New York specific books, you'll probably find a title of hers, at least one, sitting there on that big table. She's just deadpan and ironic and brash. I wouldn't say rude. She's just a truth teller, and sometimes it's hard for people to hear it. Yeah, if you want to read about a New Yorker who is kind of like me, you got a winner here. Now on to one of my favorite books, especially if you're someone who likes to look, who primarily likes pictures with their books. This is definitely one for you. This is A Book of Days by Patti Smith. For those of you that don't know, Patti Smith is also a photographer. She is a singer. She is a philanthropist, an activist. She is legendary in pretty much anything she touches. This particular book is a year in her life through photo. Each day of one particular year in her life, it's a photo that she took or was taken of her, and she details what the photo is. Short, sweet, and to the point, but it's so fascinating to see just her creative artistry through her eyes. It quickly became one of my favorite books. Let me show you the bookmark in it because I'm sure someone's gonna wanna know. That's the bookmark in it. I got this one at in Philadelphia at the art museum over there. I think I got it at the Rodin. Pretty sure it was the Rodin gift shop. But yeah, it celebrates her artistry. It celebrates her craft. It celebrates her as a poet, as a writer. She's a National Book Award winner. One of my most favorite people, and she has a beautiful voice if you've ever listened to any of her music, and she's about something. And I'm a fan of people that understand their creative artistry to a certain point and are about sharing it with people. So Book of Days, I got this one, I am pretty certain I got this one in Philadelphia too, at the Art Museum in Philadelphia. I mean, but you could also find this on, anywhere you want to get your books. I highly recommend shopping at bookshop.org. I try really hard not to use Amazon for my books. I try to shop local if I can. So I'll go to bookstores too. But yeah, my favorite. Okay, let's get to the last one. So this last one has a bit of a heartbreaking story to it, which is why I haven't started to read it yet, but I feel like in the year 2025 I will. This is I Was Better Last Night, Harvey Fierstein's memoir. I bought this at the Museum of Broadway in 2023. The reason why I haven't touched this book yet. I'm so sorry to be a little bit of a Debbie Downer with this story, but I feel it's important for the context. And once you know it, you'll understand A, why I haven't read it yet, and B, why I feel like this is the year for me to do it. I bought this book at the Museum of Broadway the day my mother was first put into the hospital after having a heart attack. I didn't know she was having a heart attack, and the hospital had a hard time reaching me because they had my wrong contact information. I always associate that day and anything that I purchased that day at the Museum of Broadway, not negatively, but it hurt to look at, because while I was celebrating and having fun and doing all these fun things with my husband back in 2023, my mother was going into cardiac arrest at a hospital and I had no idea. And so there was a little bit of guilt there in doing that. You know, I could have been there, I could have helped, I could have done something, but there really wasn't anything that I could do there. And so at some point this winter season into spring, I want to read it. I want to read it and I want to get to know Harvey. You know, the whole reason why I bought the book was because I love Harvey Fierstein. I love everything that he's done for theater. And I love just him as a person. I don't want the two memories to coincide and be together anymore. I want a new memory to be made. I just want to associate the book with something different. And rather than associate it with that day, I'm going to associate it with the man's life. It's a memoir, for crying out loud, right? And so I want to read all about his artistry, how he always stayed true to himself. He never doubted himself. He king of like experimental theater, never afraid to be themselves. He's just a masterclass in everything he touches. And I can't wait to take a deep dive into this and really like get to know the man. Get to know the person behind some of my favorite things. Have you ever seen Hairspray? Like, this book deserves my eyes and proper reading and not an awful memory associated with it. So that's why this one is here. It's in my stack and it'll get read probably by the end of the year. All right, guys and dolls, these are the 5 books that I'm currently getting myself into, already in, about to finish. I highly recommend going to bookshop.org for buying all of your books. Shop local. I think maybe what I'll do one day is I'll probably make a video about libraries that I like to go to. Get yourself a library card and borrow books. Read banned books. Do what you can to keep yourself knowledgeable. And I think one of the best ways you can do that is through reading other people's art. And it's important. So definitely get yourself a library card. Go to bookshop.org. Try really hard not to shop the big brands if you can muster it. Editor Ali here, realizing that she didn't really make a proper outro for this video. If you liked the video, comment below with what you're reading. I'd love to know what you guys are picking up. Maybe I can add it to my bookshelf soon. And thank you for sitting here with me. And it's still freezing cold out. Watch my cold weather video. That one's a fun one. On occasion, when it's cold enough, I'll go outside, you know. All right. Bye, guys. All right, I'm like trying this new lip balmy that I got. It's from The Outset. It's called Lip Oasis, and I kind of love it. Anyway, did you guys enjoy the video? If you enjoyed this video and you enjoy all of my other videos, give this one a like. Subscribe if you'd like to. I love you guys. Thank you again. This has been February, and I hope that March treats all of you very, very well.